Don't move.
The film opens by introducing Frank Martin, sitting calmly inside his car. This time, Frank looks colder, sharper, completely prepared for whatever danger comes next. His expression says it all. This is just another job. Suddenly, a stunning woman approaches and asks for help changing a flat tire. Frank barely glances at her. He values one thing above all else: punctuality. Being late isn't an option, so he refuses and prepares to drive off.
Out of the car.
That's when everything flips. The woman pulls a gun and orders Frank out of the car. Seconds later, 4 armed gangsters rush in and try to steal his vehicle. But there's a problem. Frank's car won't start. It's protected by a coded security system, one only Frank knows. When the thugs try to force the code out of him, they realize too late who they're dealing with. Instead of Frank getting hurt, all 4 men are brutally beaten and left unconscious. Right on schedule, 3 p.m. sharp, Frank arrives at his destination. His task this time seems simple: pick up a boy from school. The boy's name is Jack, and he knows Frank's rules by heart. Jack loves these rides. Frank plays guessing games with him, turning every trip into something fun and unforgettable at Jack's home. It's clear this isn't an ordinary family. His father, Jeff, is a powerful government official, constantly guarded. His mother, Audrey, often argues with Jeff, frustrated by his absence. While Jeff is away, Frank has quietly become a father figure to Jack. Audrey notices this, and she's drawn to Frank's calm, disciplined nature. She asks Frank to take Jack to the dentist next time. Frank agrees. Unbeknownst to them, someone is listening. The story cuts to the villains. A crime boss named Johnny and his associates, including a seductive and deadly woman named Lola, are preparing something terrifying. They reveal a deadly virus capable of mass destruction and an antidote worth billions. That night, Audrey shows up drunk at Frank's home and boldly asks for a kiss. Frank gently refuses, treating her with respect. The next day, Frank takes Jack to the hospital for his dental appointment. At the same time, Lola and her men infiltrate the building. Without hesitation, Lola murders the real doctor and nurse, taking their place. Frank senses something is wrong. The staff isn't behaving normally. He notices blood behind a door, and Jack is moments away from being injected with the virus. Frank reacts instantly. He orders Jack to run and takes on the criminals alone. A violent fight erupts. They escape, but danger isn't over. A bomb has been planted under Frank's car.
They got away. Plan B?
Yes, plan B.
As they flee, Frank's vehicle is riddled with bullets, but the car is now fully bulletproof. Lola kills 2 police officers while escaping. Meanwhile, at Jack's home, Jeff and Audrey prepare a birthday surprise. That's when Johnny calls Frank and reveals the truth. A high-explosive bomb is attached to Frank's car. Bulletproof glass won't save him. To survive, Frank must follow orders. Lola reappears, jumps into Frank's car, and tells him to drive. Police flood the streets as Frank pushes his driving skills to the limit, weaving through traffic under relentless pursuit. At the house, police arrive and reveal Frank's past. Former special forces, deployed in Lebanon, Syria, and Sudan, Frank and Jack are taken to Johnny. Johnny immediately calls Jeff and demands $5 million. If the money isn't delivered within 2 hours, Jack will be killed, piece by piece. Johnny lets Frank leave. As Frank approaches his car, he spots the bomb reflected in a puddle. One wrong move means death.
The distance between us isn't a bad thing.
Frank tries to explain everything to Jeff, but Jeff doesn't believe him. Furious and panicked, he pushes Frank away. Frank turns to his friend Inspector Tironi, who's at home baking a cake, until police storm in and arrest him by mistake. Chaos erupts. Frank also calls Audrey, promising he will bring Jack home alive. Determined, Frank returns to the hospital and reviews CCTV footage. He identifies the criminals and discovers the truth. The substance meant for Jack is a contagious biological weapon. Frank tracks down one of the criminals and stops him mid-injection, then retrieves what he believes could counter the virus. Meanwhile, Jeff prepares the ransom. Tironi, still detained, distracts police by teaching them how to cook while secretly accessing their computers. When Frank calls, Tironi helps him identify the mastermind, a Russian biologist who once developed biological weapons in Siberia. Frank races to the hideout. The criminals flee on a bus. Frank chases them on a jet ski, catches the biologist, and injects him with a fake drug. Panicking, the man runs for the antidote, leading Frank straight to the lab. Back home, Audrey learns police found Jack. She rushes in and sees him unharmed, until the truth hits. Jack has been injected with the virus. It spreads through breath. Everyone near him is endangered. At the lab, Frank confronts the biologist and reveals the injection was fake. The doctor confirms Jack is infected and time is running out. The antidote is thrown. One vial shatters, but Frank saves the last one just in time to at home. Jack and his parents begin showing symptoms. Jeff leaves anyway to attend a massive conference. Frank sneaks in and injects Jack with the antidote. Police try to arrest him. He escapes easily to at the conference. Jeff starts coughing, spreading the virus. Frank tracks Johnny to his mansion. Johnny plans to sell the antidote for billions. Frank storms the estate, fighting through guards using anything, including a fire hose.
The garage.
Lola attacks with automatic weapons. Frank takes her down. Johnny escapes by helicopter. Frank chases him in his car to an airstrip. Johnny boards his private jet, but Frank leaps inside mid-takeoff. A brutal fight breaks out. A shot kills the pilot. The plane crashes into the sea. Frank survives and captures Johnny. Later, Jack and his parents recover in the hospital. Frank leaves flowers from a distance, then drives Tironi to the airport. Mission complete. Frank moves on to the next job. Lesson learned. If a woman asks you to change a tire, do it fast. You never know when there's a gun involved or a virus threatening you.
Mom? Ron?
I was just leaving.
A hot dog.
Ron?